Welcome to Math Practice with Miss Flaherty. Here's what you'll need. You'll need your YouTube workbook. And today we'll turn to page 29. Make sure at the top it says 5/20 because today is May 20th. You'll also need your pencil and eraser. Feel free to pause or rewind the video as much as you'd like so you can work at your own speed. Hey first grade friends, let's start out math today with a few shout outs for some awesome teammates. First, let's say way to go, Joel. Check out Joel's really neat math work. It looks like he was using number lines to subtract here. Nice job, Joel. Let's say way to go, Jamari. Ooh, Jamari was taking hops on his number line to show his addition. Nice work. Hi, first grade mathematicians. I'm really excited for today's math practice. Today, we are going to be showing a number or a value in two different ways by drawing base 10 blocks. We can use something that mathematicians call regrouping to change our base 10 blocks and show the value in a different way. Before we get started with our tricky regrouping, it's important that we remember what are our base 10 blocks. Base 10 blocks help us show the place value of any number. Let's go ahead and watch two of my favorite friends review with us our base 10 blocks. Your thinking job is, how do we show the place value in any number, and how can I draw that with base 10 blocks? Make sure you're thinking about that as you watch. Enjoy!
Awesome slam dunk! What's the score? No, maybe the game is not tied. They scored 6 points, which is the same as 6 ones. We scored 16 points, which is the same as 1 10 and 6 ones. What is place value? Numbers can be made up of just one digit. But numbers can have more than one digit too. The number 6 has only one digit. The number 16 has 2 digits, 1 and 6. Each digit in a number stands for a group. The value, or how much each digit stands for, depends on its place in the number. This is called place value. What are ones? Let's see. How many cubes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cubes. When you count things one by one, you count up by ones. When we write the number 9, it's in the ones place. Some numbers have more than one digit, like the number on my shirt. What are tens? When you combine 10 ones, you get a group of 10. On a 100 chart, each row has 10 ones. You can combine tens and ones to make a 2-digit number. Let's see. We've got one group of 10. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So we have 15 cubes. The digit farthest to the right shows how many ones we have. 5 ones. The digit next to it shows how many groups of tens we have. 1 group of 10. Right. You can show the number on a 100 chart too. That box has 64 crayons. That means there are 6 groups of 10 and 4 ones. So that's 64. You can show this number on a 100 chart. I've definitely seen numbers that have 3 digits. What are hundreds? When you combine 100 ones, you get a group of 100. Right, Moby. You can also get 100 by combining 10 tens. Let's see. We have 1 group of 100, we have 3 groups of 10, and we have 8 ones. 100 plus 3 tens plus 8 ones equals 138 cubes. That puzzle has 375 pieces. That means there are 3 groups of 100, 7 groups of 10, and 5 ones. So that makes up 375. Yeah, it is a big number, but there are even bigger numbers. What are thousands? When you combine 1,000 ones, you get a group of 1,000. 100 tens also equal 1,000. And 10 hundreds can make 1,000. We've got a group of 1,000, 2 groups of 100, 4 groups of 10, and we have 9 ones. So we have 1,249. Right, Moby. You put a comma between the thousands and hundreds place. I don't know if we'll ever score 1,249 points, Moby. It looks like we need a new scoreboard.
All right, mathematicians, here is your first number that I want you to draw in base 10 blocks, not just one way, but 2 different ways using regrouping. All right, so on your paper, go ahead and set up your place value chart. I'm going to make mine really big because my place value blocks are quite large. You can make yours a little bit smaller in your YouTube workbook today. A place value chart has a place for the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. Take a moment to get that set up in your workbook. Make sure you have enough space to draw your hundreds, your tens, and your ones. Awesome. Pause the video if you need some more time. How do we read this number the first grade way? That's right. We say that number 173. I want you to go ahead and show 173 with base 10 blocks in the easy peasy way. That's what we call it in Georgetown when we just show the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. So go ahead and sketch it out in the easy peasy way. I'll give you some time to do that. Now I'm going to show this number with my base 10 blocks. So there's 100, 7 tens. So here's 5. Oops. I want to space mine out a little bit more. 6, 7. And then I need 3 ones. Awesome. If you showed 173 the easy peasy way, just like this, give yourself a big pat on the back. Awesome job. Now we need to think, how can I change my base 10 picture to show the same value a different way? Can I just add some 10 sticks or add some 1 cubes or add some hundreds blocks to my picture to change it up? No, that's right. That would change the number that we're showing. We still want to show 173. So how could we use regrouping to make our base 10 blocks look different? That's right. We could regroup or exchange a 10 stick or a hundreds block for something different. I want you to go ahead and try to show regrouping to show this value a new way in your workbook. Give it a try. Awesome. So maybe you use regrouping to break up. I'm going to circle my 10 stick. And if I were to take out my math sledgehammer and whack that 10 stick, what would be inside of it? That's right, it's made up out of 10 ones cubes. So I can exchange my 10 stick and regroup it into 10 ones. If you chose to regroup your 10 stick, make sure it looks like this in your workbook. Now, is this 10 stick still here? No, that's right. I'm going to cross it out because we've regrouped it and moved him next door to the ones place. What else could we have regrouped? Yeah, that's right. We could take out our math sledgehammer and whack that hundreds block. If I whack my hundreds block, what is it made up out of? How many groups of 10 make 100? That's right, 10 tens makes 100. I can regroup my hundreds block into 10 sticks, and I'll show you how I do that. I would draw them nice and neat in neat rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this hundreds block still here? No, that's right. We regrouped it and moved it next door, so I would cross it out. Awesome job. You only need to choose one base 10 block to regroup. We don't need to regroup 2 different things just because that will make it a little messy on our paper. I just showed both ways so you can see your options as a mathematician. Let's get started on our next challenge. All right, team, go ahead and set up your next place value charts in your YouTube workbook. Great, feel free to pause the video if you need more time setting up. And how do we read this number the first grade way? That's right, it says 128. All right, go ahead and sketch 128 in base 10 blocks the easy peasy way. All right, how many hundredths? That's right, 100. How many tens? Yeah, that's right, there's 2 tens. And then how many ones? Good job, 8 ones. I'm going to put them in neat rows of 5. All right. So now it's time to show this value in a different way using base 10 blocks. So you can draw another place value chart, and you should copy over the easy peasy way before you change anything. I don't have room to draw this again, so let's just pretend I drew my place value chart again and copied over the easy peasy way. All right, how can we use regrouping to change this? Ooh, I heard a few different ways. I want to regroup my hundreds block. So I'm going to get my pen out. And I'm going to go ahead and circle it up. Now everyone, take out your math sledgehammer. Say whack 100. If I whack 100, what's it made up inside? That's right, we can regroup 100 into 10 groups of 10, or 10 10 sticks. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. If you didn't regroup the hundreds block, what else could you have regrouped instead? That's right, we could whack a 10 stick and regroup that. What's a 10 stick worth? Exactly, we can exchange it for 10 ones. Count with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we show the number 128 in 2 different ways without making it any bigger or smaller. Awesome job, teammates. All right, friends, you did such a great job with today's practice. Now it's your turn to try this exit ticket all by yourself. You get to show these values in 2 different ways with base 10 blocks. Make sure you set up a place value chart to show your hundreds, tens, and ones. Then you can copy over the easy peasy way and choose one thing to regroup or change. Go ahead and set up those place value charts in your workbook right now. Ooh, some of you have even already sketched out your hundreds, tens, and ones for our first number. Keep up the awesome work and be sure you snap a picture of it to send it to your teacher. I'll see you next time.